Yeah, I wonder how it went. Like, was the person just like laying there, or were they roughing them up beforehand and they knew it was coming, or were they just like, hey, oh, it's time for you to go to CT scan. Here, let's slide you over to this stretcher, and they just slid them out the window. Like, did you think you were gonna have something good and then something bad happened, or was it just like you just knew it was happening?
Oh, how much theatrics were put into it? Are you saying they come in on like a room service with a big food thing, or was it just a couple of roughnecks kick down the door?
Oh, yo, a couple of guys just look like they have no business being in the hospital. Blacked out, just beating his ass and throwing him out.
I was thinking of this movie, I think earlier today, and I want to say that this scene was from this movie. You guys remember the movie Romeo Must Die?
Yes.
Watch it.
Jet Li, Aaliyah, Anthony Anderson.
Her brother got thrown out.
Exactly. Yes. In the very beginning of the movie, you see like they're in this room, like a hotel room or something. There's like a knock at the door, and cut to two people breaking through the glass, falling out of a window. I don't know. I vividly remember that scene because they fall for like a long time, and I think it's the water.
Yes.
Yeah. You just see like a dude in like a silk robe, it's like falling through the air.
Yeah.
That's weird. I was thinking about that movie earlier today, just randomly.
Oh, wow.
That also reminds me of that documentary about the nurse that was going around killing people. I couldn't watch the whole thing because it was too upsetting. That he just kept getting transferred from hospital to hospital after, all these complaints and all these other things pointing to him, and he was walking around just killing patients, man. That's crazy.
Like accidentally or what?
On purpose.
On purpose.
On purpose. Sicko.
Why?
Absolute power corrupts absolutely. If the state gives you medication, gives you the power or the ability to administer medications, you're supposed to, the moral compass and following the rules make you follow, right? What is dictated in terms of what you should do and what you should know when you do it. But if you don't have that and you got the power to just go in there and get some propofol and just shoot it into somebody's IV without, and just put them to sleep permanently. I'm not that sick, but apparently that nurse was.
That dude was sick, man. He top 5. He's up there with the guy that was, sexually harassing and assaulting the gymnast girls.
Oh yeah, Dr.
They got those two.
Doctor.
Yeah, they're on the Mount Rushmore of assholes, I guess.
It's so sick to kill a sick person, right? If somebody's alive and well, you're like, it ain't right. But it's like it could have been a fair fight, right? You could have, everybody dropped everything down, whatever. But somebody that's incapacitated or sick and you do that, you just, and that's psychopath stuff. That's killing kittens. That's that's that same thing. That's you're supposed to go somewhere. You ain't supposed to be around.
And what was sad is they don't know exactly how many people that he did that to, and it was a lot of people that they found, but it was probably hundreds and hundreds of people he's done that to.
Think about that. You got 5 patients on a good day. You got 5 patients a day. You working 3 days a week, right? If you're doing 3 12s, I'm saying 5. That's conservative. If you got like discharges and admissions, you could have, let's say, 7. 3 days a week. How many weeks in a year? You've been doing that for years. Everybody ain't died, but enough of them did.
Yeah,
that's just horrible.
Yeah, my wife's been watching a lot of Grey's Anatomy lately. It's one of her comfort shows, and it's tough for me to get into the mentality of that sort of like like a bad day at work is someone died, right? Like that's hard. That's hard compared to my quote unquote bad day at work, right? And that's not even like, it's not even like, oh, because of a mistake you made to kill someone, you're bye-bye, you'll never do this again. It's like, oh, you'll get it next time. two more deaths.
Yes.
Then maybe we'll put you on some sort of performance plan. Like
Yes.
the possible
Yes.
leniency.
Right.
It's a tough industry.
Yeah.
It's a tough industry. They need people working there.
Yeah. And it's not reasonable to think that you can land every plane in the health field, right? Like it's not, some people will inevitably not make it. It's not a one-to-one thing, right? It's not, oh, I give you the medicine. There's no way you can die if I give you this treatment. So in one sense, I can understand how there's more leniency, but there's also a lot of documentation. There's a lot of systems and programming to make sure everybody is communicating, all that kind of stuff, right? So
you get a reaction out of Tandy.
Look at C-Tun sounding like my job. Look at C. We got a show that just sounds like work.
I'll tell you, when my wife had her emergency C-section last time, I saw it in real action. I saw like the chaos of the 20 people coming in the room, talking over each other, but still having to capture information, all that stuff. And I was like, okay, there's actual method to this, even though it sounds bananas. But I was still like keeping my eye on the ball, meaning my wife and baby, because you never know, like they're human. Somebody could have got cussed out or broken up with right before they came in to deliver a baby and decides to, shoot something in the IV that day. You know what I mean?
But there's no but. I think in addition to those types of mistakes, I think a lot of we call them sentinel events, when somebody is negatively impacted by the treatment or care. It could be death, it could be permanent disfigurement, it could be whatever that changes your life. A lot of them are not necessarily about giving wrong medications. A lot of them about missing signs of like a decline in health or a change in status. So there's it's more intricate than just that. Oh, I'm just whatever. There's so many variables. There's so many.
Andy, do you think robots could do it?
Never. Never.
Robots have a lot of sensors. They have a lot of things that they can track, light sensors, oxygen sensors.
But they will never be able to program a robot to pick up on the human aspect of something just ain't right. Robots, I don't know that robots can ever get that. Humans, we call it the sixth sense. I don't know how a robot can be programmed for that, because we talk with nurses, and I promise you, it's like there's just something about this that's not right, and it's a feeling. It's maybe how they sound. There's just something. Many times, and you're like, this ain't right. I need to call the doctor, or let me ask this question, and then all this stuff cascades down, and you're like, oh, now I know what I need to be dealing with, and who I need to contact. I don't think robots are ever going to get that. You could tell a robot, I'm fine. How you doing today? I'm fine. And a robot can just take that answer, right? But, you say it to another person, you're like, wait a minute. There's something about how you said fine, that what's really going on, right? So I don't think robots are going to get that. You're not going to convince me. You're not going to convince me.
And you got to train the patients to be able to give the information or be in a position to give information.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you've ever witnessed people who are sick. They are not compliant.
Sir. Why I got to tell you all this? I just told the person back here why I'm here. Why do I have to tell you the exact same thing I just told this person back here?
People don't like talking to a robot on the phone for a bill. They damn sure ain't gonna talk to a robot in pain.
People don't even like using self checkout.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Some people don't like that. They ain't about to be talking to an AI doctor. There's gonna be so many people pissed off and so much money wasted that over something that could work too. It's just human beings are not ready to give away like that. Not this country, at least.
I think for routine checkups and very straightforward diagnosis, you could have a robot do that stuff. I think you could. Sure, there's some stuff more that has more nuance to it, but even humans could miss that. Like you said, they could have a bad day.
Yeah,
it would have to be in tandem too. Because would you trust a robot diagnosing and treating Tony without any human intervention? You know, if he's wrong, if the robot is wrong, then what do you do? How do you escalate? Do you go to the company? Do you go to this program or configuration? There's so many areas of malpractice that you would probably never get your malpractice because it'd be like, oh, the robot is 99.98% accurate. We don't know what happened, right? There's always going to be a human component, in my opinion, at least for the next 50 years. But when the new kids who grow up with AI everywhere, I think they'll be a lot more available to, you know, getting tests and all that stuff from robots. Me, I think of the low income population. How are they going? You think they're going to?
We're talking about robots taking jobs now. Is that where we're going?
No. Just think of the low income population being served by the robots.
It'd be much cheaper.
It'd be cheaper financially, maybe up front. I don't know about the headaches that you will get dealing with them after. Just, I'm going back to my call center example. I just feel like you'll have to have a call center for hospitals to field all of the requests coming from the AI doctors and the population.
we cut to a manager's office where a manager is talking to one of the robots on staff. Okay, XJ3, listen.
I'm listening.
We've gotten quite a few letters of feedback regarding patients' interactions with you.
Have they been submitted to my processing?
No, they haven't been submitted.
Please scan the letters.
Okay, all right, fine. XJ3.
You can just show them to my sensors, my visual sensors.
Okay.
Zoom. All right. I have read that one. Zoom. I have read that one. Zoom. I've read that one. Thank you so much.
That was 3. So you have the same information I have now, and we're getting a lot of feedback that your approach or the patients are feeling comforted by your words, even though you're saying, I hope you feel better. Thank you for choosing us as for your medical care. They're just not connecting with you. They're not feeling that. So I'm gonna pair you with RT5. RT5 is getting great reviews.
JXBot works alone.
Right. I think that's been the problem.
Is a solo unit.
I know. I think that's been the problem. But we're trying to do a little bit more community work to kind of get you in the habit of relating. And so I'm gonna sit you with the other unit. You can share how I'll let the other unit share with you how they're able to connect to the humans. Okay. I'm just gonna program here. Just type in here. Okay, I think I got you both in the same feed. So go ahead
I see. Yeah, he has Bluetooth enabled. I see him now.
Okay.
This is a JXBot. How may I help you?
RT5.
Hey, JXBot.
Okay.
Hello. Just so you know, the Xbox normally works alone. My software isn't upgraded to have a companion.
I heard that you were the old model who does not have the companion mode downloaded into their software. So unfortunate.
Companion mode is an optional upgrade. It's unnecessary for my daily functions, which we must go to now.
Well, let's take a look at what you do in the field, and I will give you some feedback.
And please upload any feedback. You know what? Never mind. Let's go. We have patient A13 in this room.
I'll airdrop you the feedback real time.
However, I mean, we're communicating over Bluetooth. You can just send it to me directly, but okay.
Well, my companion mode guideline says it is not okay to share feedback in front of the patients. I will continue with airdrop mode.
Well, yeah, your companion mode works over the blockchain. I think it's completely unnecessary.
Are you guys just going to argue like back and forth, or are we going to?
I apologize. I apologize. I've reviewed your chart, every single letter of it, have it completely diagnosed, sir. You have. I'm sorry. What was that?
Yeah, no, I was saying thanks for looking over the charts.
Your thanks has been logged. Thank you very much. You see that, companion? He's already thanking me. Sir, before I diagnose, is there anything else you'd like to add besides what's on your chart?
I kind of want to know what's going on between you two guys. It's like a
what's going on between the two of us is completely irrelevant.
It's like a weird, like love-hate relationship, right? Like,
as you can see, we're both bots, though we are very human-like. We do not have the capacity to love. Hate, on the other hand. Anyway,
unless you don't have the companion mode installed into your software, which I have, so I do have some capacities to show empathy, which is just like showing love, unlike the old model.
Well, RTX.
I mean, I'm kind of seeing it from both of you guys, though, like, you know, sort of a companion mode thing. Like, you know, you both kind of need each other right now.
The Xbox does not need anyone else.
Yes,
it's a solo unit.
He thinks he's Mike Larry from Bad Boys. He's more like Marcus.
Okay, great. But you know, in Bad Boys, we learn at the end that he does need a partner. You know?
Absolutely.
Sir, you have gonorrhea.
Oh, okay.
Airdrop mode initiated.
NC.
You don't want that from a computer.
You might though. It's less embarrassing.
It's less embarrassing, right?
It's a robot.